Let's go ahead and look at every single live series collection reward as well as the division rewards to go ahead and decide whether or not the live series collections is something worthwhile doing as soon as possible. If not, the first thing you should do inside MLB The Show 23. We started off with the Giants. They don't have any diamonds. The highest is silvers. 85 overall Matt Cain is their captain and their collection reward. 73 hit per 9, 102 pitching clutch. The 102 pitching clutch is definitely clutch with runners in scoring position. 4-seam at 94, slider at 87, curveball at 79, circle change at 86, and sinker at 93. The captain boosts the walk per 9 as well as pitching clutch and hits per 9. Once you get tier 2 and tier 3, it is not worth it until you get tier 2 and tier 3 in terms of the boost. The Padres, on the other hand, only have one diamond. Yes, one diamond, and they get 90 overall Jake PV, 87 hit per 9, and 74 pitching clutch. Pitching clutch is not ideal. 93 miles per hour 4-seam, 88 miles per hour cutter, 94 miles per hour sinker, 83 miles per hour slider, 84 miles per hour circle change. And then the captain tier boost is hits per 9 and Ks per 9 in each and every single tier boost, which is ideal. The Dodgers have 3 diamonds inside their collection, and they bring you 94 overall Duke Snider, who is a great hitter against righties, and then his clutch at an 88 increases his contact with runners in scoring position against lefties. 82 fielding is gold fielding animations, 78 reaction is silver reaction animations, and 74 speed is good enough for center field. The captain brings you contact versus right, power versus right, and batting clutch. Doesn't really help out his left-handed attributes, but it's a decent card. Worthwhile? I would say not. The Rockies don't have any diamonds. They bring you 86 overall Todd Helton, who is just a good contact hitter that can hit the ball out against righties, and at first base brings you gold reaction as well as fielding. Actually, silver reaction, gold fielding animations. And then the tier boost, on the other hand, is good contact versus right and good contact versus left as well as clutch. So overall, the captain boosts that he does bring to you are ideal captain boosts for any captain to bring. Arizona Diamondbacks, they don't have any diamonds either. They bring in Luis Gonzalez, who has great power against righties. His clutch is an 84, so with the runners in scoring position, it helps out his PCI tremendously. 74 fielding with 70 reaction is both silver fielding and reaction animations. 48 speed is not ideal. Tier 1 is contact and power versus right, and then eventually at tier 2, he adds power versus left and batting clutch at all times. Ideal boosts as well, but no one is going to be running a live series Arizona Diamondbacks team. The Cardinals start off the year with 3 diamonds and bring you Stan Musial. Stan Musial has great contact numbers, and 125 clutch is the best thing you could have whenever you have runners in scoring position, because against both sides it's going to have the max PCI. 70 fielding and 62 reaction is silver fielding animations, bronze reaction animations, and the 42 speed does not help him out at all. For the captain, he brings 5 contact and 10 contact versus left. So contact against both sides and plate vision. Plate vision doesn't really help you out much, so the power versus left is much more needed. That comes in tier 2. The captain boost is not 100% one of the best, and then him playing at right field is not ideal either. At best, he would be your first baseman. Hey man, all I ask is that you hit that like button or subscribe button, turn on the channel notifications, check out the description. We have our Twitch, Discord, social media links, and how to become a member if you would like to. Let's continue. The Pirates do not have a diamond, just 81 overall Brian Reynolds as their gold. They bring you 86 overall AJ Burnett, 76 hit per 9, 84 pitching clutch, 96 fastball, 78 knuckle curve, 95 sinker, a changeup at 81, and a slider at 85. His tier boost gives you pitching clutch and K per 9. The pitching clutch is what you're really looking for when it comes to pitchers that are captains. The Milwaukee Brewers only have 1 diamond, and that's Corbin Burns. They bring you 88 overall Ryan Braun, who is a pinch hitter or a platoon bench bat against lefties versus righties. He's not ideal. His fielding at a 74 is okay, and his reaction at a 69 is okay. What really helps him out is the speed at a 70. You could probably get away with him playing third base for you, and he helps you out in tier 1 by giving you contact and power versus left, and then a little bit of contact versus right. So by tier 3, your cards will be juiced. For the Cincinnati Reds, we only have 2 golds. Rob Dibble is going to be your collection diamond, 86 overall, 88 hit per per 9 with a 94 pitching clutch. Love to see it. His four seam comes at 99, his slider comes at 85, and the cutter comes at 91. And he does have outlier on that fastball, so this is a very good collection reward, especially considering they don't have diamonds. You don't really care about the -10 walk per 9, but he does have pitching clutch, which is ideal. And at tier 2 and tier 3, he brings you hits per 9, which is the second attribute that you're looking for a captain to bring. The Chicago Cubs, no diamonds either. Kerry Wood is going to be their collection diamond, 88 hit per 9, and then a 113 pitching clutch. Perfect. Four seam 99, slurve 84, 12-6 78, changeup 85, cutter at a 91. He doesn't have outlier on the fastball, so that's gonna hurt him a little bit. He does bring you pitching clutch and then hit per 9 at tier 2. Those are ideal numbers for someone that does not have a diamond. Washington Nationals, on the other hand, 85 overall Andre Dawson. This card all around is really good defensively. Offensively, you're really asking for a lot, especially since he doesn't have any clutch. But the boosts that he brings along the line are amazing. And why are they amazing, you might ask? Well, because the Nationals don't have any high overall hitters, so it makes sense no one is gonna be using a Nationals themed team either. The Philadelphia Phillies have 4 diamonds, but none of them are high tier diamonds, which then leads us to getting a 90 overall Cliff Lee instead of a higher overall Cliff Lee. 76 hit per 9, 88 or 64 actually pitching clutch, which is horrible. Sinker 93, cutter 89, circle change 85, knuckle curve 76, and four seam at a 93. The captain card gives you K per 9, walk per 9, and all of these attributes that the captain card brings you with Cliff Lee are useless. The New York Mets, with 3 high tier diamonds and then Francisco Lindor, bring you one of the highest collections we have seen so far. 95 overall Tom Seaver, 89 hit per 9, and then the pitching clutch is an 84, 97 miles per hour four seam, 95 sinker, 88 slider, 75 12-6, and then a 78 changeup. He brings you hits per 9 off rip, and that's basically all he brings you. He doesn't bring you that pitching clutch, so you definitely are going to miss that. And no outlier either when it comes to his fastball or sinker is going to hurt you along the way as well. The Miami Marlins, with 2 diamonds, bring you 89 overall Mike Lowell. That is great against lefties. His clutch is not really ideal, but it's okay at best. And at best, I see him being a bench bat, if not a platoon hitter, to go ahead and hit against lefties. His captain boosts give you contact and power versus left, as well as batting clutch. So 100% you take batting clutch every single time whenever it comes to a captain. The Atlanta Brave, who have 4 diamonds but don't have any high tier diamonds, bring us a 92 as opposed to the Cliff Lee, a 90. 83 hit per 9 for John Smoltz, as well as a 66 pitching clutch. So that's a disgusting pitching clutch, meaning bad. 97 four seam, 87 slider, 88 splitter, 82 circle change, and a 77 curveball. He gives you K per 9 and walk per 9, but loses you pitching clutch, and you don't want that. So these captain boosts for John Smoltz are worthless. The Texas Rangers, who have Jacob deGrom, bring in 91 overall Ian Kinsler. Ian Kinsler is going to be just someone you bring off the bench to hit against a lefty, or if you want a really good defensive second baseman, he would be your guy. He's also speedy. Looking at the captain boost, it's power versus left and speed and fielding ability, so it helps out your Texas Rangers when it comes to being faster and having better fielding animations. Is it worth it? Absolutely not. Seattle Mariners, with Julio Rodriguez, have 89 overall Ken Griffey Jr., who is a power hitter against righties and then a good defensive center fielder. At the captain level, he goes ahead and gives you batting clutch and power versus right, so you will 100% take that. And at tier 3, he even gives you contact versus right, so not bad captain boost, but the card overall is just good defensively. And at clutch 91 with runners in scoring position, it's going to be good as well. So one of the better cards actually that we have seen as of late. The Oakland A's don't even have a gold, but they do have an 85 overall Vita Blue as their collection reward. 84 overall hit per 9 with a 70 pitching clutch is bad. 97 four seam, 82 curveball, 81 changeup, and then a slider at an 86. The hit per 9 is what you want to see. If he had batting clutch with him, he would be a lot lot better, or excuse me, pitching clutch in terms of the boosts that he did bring. The Los Angeles Angels, who have two of probably the most expensive diamonds inside the game, bring you 94 overall Tim Salmon, who is going to most likely be a designated hitter based on the fielding and the speed. But hey man, the card can rake, and then the captain card gives you contact and power against both sides. So I mean, why wouldn't you want a card like this if you are building an Angels Life Series team? Houston Astros have 3 diamonds, and they bring you J.R. Richard, 86 hit per 9 with a pitching clutch of a 95, slider at a 92, 4-seam at a 99, cutter at a 95, and 2-seam at a 97. 3 fastballs is never ideal when 2 of them are fastballs. And then he has outlier 2, which means outlier on his fastball. The captain boost does give you hits per 9 and loses you walks per 9, but at tier 2 or tier 3 it gives you pitching clutch 2. So tier 3 is the only time this card is actually worth having inside your team. Minnesota Twins with only 1 diamond, 88 overall Joe Nathan, closing pitcher, 97 and 107, pitching clutch hit per 9 is amazing, 95 miles per hour 4-seam, 87 miles per hour slider, 12-6 at 81, cutter at 92, and then changeup at 83. All decent pitches, and he gives you pitching clutch, which is once again ideal. And at tier 2 he brings in hit per 9, so actually not a bad card at all when it comes to the boost that the captain brings. Kansas City Royals just have a gold, 86 overall Alex Gordon, which we have already seen is going to be your collection reward, 95 fielding, 86 reaction, diamond fielding animations, gold reaction animation, 62 speed is okay. He's gonna give you a ton of contact against both sides, as well as arm strength and fielding ability you don't really need. The Tigers don't even have a gold. Hal Newhouser, 80 hit per 9, 86 pitching clutch, 97 4-seam, 79 sweeping curves, 81 changeup, 87 slider, and then a 2-seam at a 95. Does he have outlier? No, he does not. His hit per 9 gives you pitching clutch, or excuse me, his boost gives you pitching clutch, and then hit per 9 at tier 2, so he does have a good boost. The Guardians have Jose Ramirez and Emmanuel Clase. They bring you 90 overall Larry Doby, that is great against righties, and he's good against lefties in terms of contact. Defensively at center field, not ideal with the fielding and the reaction. The captain boost is contact and power against right, as well as batting clutch, so the boost is ideal. The White Sox only have Dylan Cease, 88 overall. Paul Konerko is gonna come in, who's a power hitter against lefties, and then he's decent against righties. At first base, you probably don't want him with common fielding and reaction and 28 speed. At best, he's a designated hitter. Looking at his captain boost, he gives you power versus right and left, and then contact versus right. So the boosts are cool, but once again, the card is not ideal to have. Toronto Blue Jays don't have a diamond. They bring you 88 overall Carlos Delgado, who's a great hitter in the clutch and great against righties. 58 fielding at first base. Once again, another designated hitter is what we're looking at here. And the captain card gives you contact and power versus right, as well as batting clutch, so attributes that you do want. Tampa Bay Rays only have Shane McClanahan as their diamond. 89 overall Carlos Pena is going to be a power hitter against both sides with 76 fielding, is good enough for first base. So yeah, he could start at first base, but probably not the guy you have out there. And then his boost is going to be power against both sides, with finally adding contact at tier 3, so not ideal boost, but you'll take them with a Rays team build. Yankees with 3 diamonds give you 93 overall Mariano Rivera, 98 hit per 9, 100 pitching clutch, cutter 96, 4-seam 97, sinker 94, and then slider at 87. Despite having 3 fastballs, not having 2 of them be a 4-seam and then the other one be a 2-seam is actually really good inside this game. He gives you pitching clutch and hit per 9 eventually at tier 2, so the boost that he gives you is actually not bad at all. The Boston Red Sox do not have a diamond either. 87 overall Johnny Damon is going to be your collection reward. 65 fielding and reaction is bronze reactions at center field, which are not good enough at all, but the clutch at 113 makes them pretty good to hit for contact with runners in scoring position position. He gives you batting clutch and contact as well as speed, so he's going to be able to make Rafael Devers a bit faster. So he gives you attributes that you would want inside a captain card. Last but not least, we got the Baltimore Orioles, who don't have a diamond. 87 overall Jim Palmer, 80 hit per 9, and then the 91 pitching clutch. He has a 4-seam, 12-6 slider, sinker, and a changeup. 95 is the fastball, 72 12-6, 87 slider, 93 sinker, and a 78 changeup. That's what he brings to the table. Pitching clutch of a 91 is actually pretty good, and he gives you hit per 9 and pitching clutch as his boost. This has been the best captain boost that we have seen so far come from a pitcher, and ironically it goes to the Orioles. Inside free agents, there are no captains, but you will see a couple of golds that do belong to MLB teams, and these golds and silvers are probably cards you want to pick up, because when they are activated into the active rosters, MLB The Show will do a roster update and assign them there, and they might cost a lot more. You don't have to pick them up now, but as you get closer, or they get closer to returning, they might be cards you want to go ahead and look at, unless they're out for the entire season. For the NL West, we get ourselves Fernando Valenzuela. He is not a captain. He's just a 93 overall rookie card, which we received last year with an 81 screwball, 92 fastball, 77 curveball, and 71 circle change. 95 hit per 9 and 99 pitching clutch are both ideal. This card was difficult to hit, so it might be difficult to hit again. The NL West does not seem that expensive anymore, so he does look like a card that would be worth it. Inside the NL Central, you're getting yourself 93 overall Hannes Wagner, who has 102, 116 with 97 clutch. He plays shortstop primary, but can also play the outfield except for right field. 80 fielding is gold, 72 reaction is silver, and then 81 speed. Not a bad card at all. Definitely usable at short, but with the featured program and the World Baseball Classic program, there are so many 97 overalls that are gonna whoop these butts. Inside the East, we have Hank Aaron, and this Hank Aaron card, this is what I like to see. You got great contact, great power. Fielding is not ideal at a 73 with a 70 reaction. You probably put him at third base if he's not your DH. The AL West, which is the most expensive one, you'd expect to see the highest overall, but instead they get 96 overall Billy Wagner, which is actually a really good card. 110 hit per 9, 125 pitching clutch, 99 four-seam, 88 slider, 79 curveball, 84 changeup. Really good card, and he has outlier on his fastball. AL Central is going to bring you Joe Mauer, 125, 92 with 110 clutch. He's going to be able to hit against both sides whenever there are runners in scoring position. He is a catcher, 82 fielding. The arm strength is not exactly ideal at a 74. Runners, especially fast runners, are going to be stealing on you, and he doesn't even have great arm accuracy. 42 speed is decent. For a starting catcher, if the Central is not expensive, he would be a good one to start off with if you don't have your ball player there. Finally, for the East, we get ourselves 94 overall Mickey Mantle, who has 78 fielding, so that means silver fielding animations, gold reaction, 92 speed is actually really good. Clutch at an 87 decreases his contact with runners in scoring position. The only good thing I can say about this Mickey Mantle card is he's a switch hitter, and surprisingly, he has third base as a secondary position. That has never been before in MLB The Show, so you might get away with having a switch hitting third baseman instead of Chipper Jones for the early part of the game cycle. In the NL, we have already seen Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa out of the NL versus AL collection reward is going to be the #1 guy. He has great numbers all around. His fielding is amazing, his arm strength is amazing, and his speed is good as well, and his clutch is amazing. Mark McGwire, surprisingly, is not that great. He reminds me a lot of Frank Thomas of last year, and to me, it's a little surprising that he's not as great as he should be, considering the fact that his, I want to say, side being the American League, or his league in general, is the more expensive league out of the two by a mile. Last but not least, if you haven't seen Derek Jeter already, here you go. You're looking at the man. 96 fielding, 125 against both sides. He's going to be a monster. Everyone is going to want this card, and the Live Series collection eventually is going to be worth it because of this Derek Jeter card. Is it worth it to go ahead and do day one or try to complete as soon as possible? Absolutely not. If I had to tell you, yo, select a league to go ahead and complete, I would tell you to go ahead and knock out the National League as soon as possible to get yourself Sammy Sosa, and then take your time when it comes to the American League. Let those Live Series cards drop in value. If you did end up enjoying today's content, have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you all in the next one. Check out the description, Twitch, Discord. Make sure you guys join those. We might be live as you're watching this video. Check out the Discord, click MLB The Show role, and you will be invited into the MLB The Show community that we have on Discord. We have our social media links. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow, and then click to become a member if you would like to. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.